Hell Let Loose is one of the few games on the list developed exclusively for next-generation hardware. Out of everything on the list, it's closest to Battlefield with 100 player engagements made up of various unit types that can also involve vehicles. There's even an RTS-like metagame in which a player taking the role of commander is able to help the team with special abilities through a tactical map. There aren't many shooters on the market today that are quite like it. This World War II shooter prides itself on its squad system, which sets it apart from others in the genre. The player is able to control one soldier at a time, meanwhile giving orders to the remainder of the AI squad. If things go south, you're able to swap to any living squad mate at any time. This system goes beyond simple orders, as you're able to kit them out with gear and train them before beginning an excursion. This concept of becoming the sole squad commander won't be found anywhere else on this list. Battlefield 5 isn't the most recent installment, but it's the safer bet after the way DICE has handled Battlefield 2042. While Battlefield 5 faced its own share of growing pains, it's currently one of the best Battlefield games you can play on modern Xbox console. Its gunplay takes a step back from Battlefield 1's more arcadey nature, veering more closely to the weightier movement and shooting of older titles. Call of Duty Vanguard may not have been the most popular entry in recent memory, but it's still a solid distraction for those that want instant gratification. Running on the Infinity Ward 8.0 engine, its gunplay and animations pack the same punch as 2019's Modern Warfare. On Series X and S with the proper display, there's even a 120 FPS mode, which is an advantage it has over Modern Warfare for console players. Maybe traditional shooting is getting tiring. If that's the case, Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2 might be more up your alley. Unlike everything else on this list, it revolved around stealth-driven gameplay through the use of a sniper as your main asset. True to its name, the act of sniping is fully fleshed out with elements such as bullet drop and wind direction having an impact on your gameplay. Check it out if you're in the market for a slower-paced, single-player game. Tannenberg is part of the same series as Verdun, which is an older World War I shooter you may be familiar with. However, Tannenberg eschews its predecessors' largely trench-driven battles in favor of more open conflicts that consist of capturing territories in a similar manner to Battlefield. If you're in the market for a World War I shooter, or have already had your fill of Verdun, it's worth a look. War Thunder may not be the first title that springs to mind when you imagine free-to-play games, but it's still one of the most noteworthy ones. It sets itself apart from other modern multiplayer shooters through large-scale warfare that revolves entirely around vehicles. This includes tanks, warships, helicopters, and the list goes on. If you're not the biggest fan of competitive games, War Thunder also features plenty of PvE content, including solo missions. Call of Duty Warzone remains one of the most popular battle royale games in a crowded market for a reason. At the end of the day, it features the signature Call of Duty gunplay along with a live service model that works. Over the years, it has had plenty of additional content through reworked maps, new maps, wacky events, and collaborations including the Godzilla vs. Kong event. With so much support, which will continue even after Warzone 2.0, it's worth giving a try.
You're losing ground. Golem 1, Box 2.
This is the 7th mainline installment in the long-running arcade flight combat series. Unlike many other games in the genre, the Ace Combat franchise features a fully realized world and story, which takes place in an alternate version of Earth. Its tight controls and almost anime-inspired over-the-top story are sure to satisfy most players with an interest in aerial combat and melodramatic video game narratives.
Abandon on me. Fox 2.
The series dates back to the early 90s. However, we are referring to the Modern Machine Games series, which began with 2014's Wolfenstein: The New Order and currently ends with 2019's Wolfenstein: Young Blood. Wolfenstein: Young Blood apart, the series is known for mixing intense combat with engaging storytelling. Even if you tend to not want much story from your shooters, Wolfenstein might change your mind.